Just to welcome them with some applause.
Okay, and again, hello from us. This is Kai Schubert, and my name is Christoph Brüning. As we are already happen to be announced, we are going to give a lecture about the project we started, which is called Privacy Workshops. Just a few words about us. Both of us are more or less involved in jobs where we can educate. Maybe you want to introduce yourself, Kai?
Okay, thank you, Christoph. Yeah, my name is Kai Schubert. I'm working as a research assistant at the University of Siegen, working there on different projects, and for instance at one in an elementary school. That means I'm very often involved in work with school kids, really young school kids, and on the other side I'm working, of course, with different students at our university. So that's why we are working, of course, and teaching a lot with young people. And Christoph, maybe you explain what's about your background.
Okay. I'm basically a student teacher, which means like in 1.5 years I have my second final exam. Yes, my second final exam, that is in Germany. And after that I hopefully become a full teacher. And I'm teaching the classes in German and philosophy. So, what are you going to hear from us now? Okay. These are contents. First of all, we'd like to say a bit about about what we did already and where the idea came from and why we did that. And then we'd like to introduce you how we communicate the value of privacy to students, how we made those hand-on sessions and explain them, like how TrueCrypt works or other things. And as our last point, I'd like to introduce to you what we want from you actually, because we not just want to present our project, but we want others to join us. So that's basically what we want. Okay, next slide. About the idea. We happen to start as a local group in Siegen of the German what's it called? The German Working Group on Data Retention, and we made a lot of happenings in the street. We participate on demonstrations. We made art stuff where we created a big false camera and moved around and scared the hell out of little children and passengers. But then we moved on and said, okay, it's fine. Arts are fine. Art stuff is fine, and participate on demonstration is fine, but it's not enough because we're not raising any knowledge by that. And that's how we created the idea of working with students, because the young generation are the most people, from the young generation, they're the most people who are in the net. It's not the old ones who know how to value privacy, but the younger ones who doesn't seem to handle it right like we feel it is right. So, first of all, you may ask you, how do you get students listen to you? As I'm a student teacher, so it's for me very, very easy to get students listen to me because they have to. They just have to. Yes. Okay, but maybe for you asking yourself how you choose. And the first thing, if you want to get in contact with students, is like just find a teacher, because you hackers, you got skills with computers. You got you see systems and you see the flaws in the systems and the failures in the systems, and teachers don't. But most of you, as I would think, cannot handle a larger group of small children, but teachers can. So it's a win-win situation, as I didn't want to say it, but now I happen to. Okay, next slide. And when you have the students, the next thing you have to do is to confirm them. It's all about concernment. Because, sorry. We better made a signal like this one. Okay, next slide. Okay, because if you are in the age of 10 and 16, everybody beyond that age is old or dumb. The younger ones are dumb and the older ones are just old. And that's the sole reason why young students don't listen to old people when they say, privacy is a good thing, please concern about your privacy, please think about your privacy. You're just too old for them to say anything that are reasonable for them in any way, as they might think of it or find it. So, do we have any chance at all? And yes, we have a chance. The only thing you have to do is get a list of the students you want to talk to or you want to deal with and print out their social network profiles. Print out all the pictures you can find of them on the internet. Print them out and hang them around the classroom. Like, make a nice vernissage of their privacy. Or what they think, what their privacy is. And from then on, it's basically a self-working thing. I did that before. A teacher, a colleague of mine asked me if I can do a talk to his students, and what I did was asking him for the list, and he said, why the list? And I said, I need their names and the profiles to print them out. And I made a nice vernissage in their own classroom when they weren't in. The next day they entered the classroom, they did it the same time with me, and I was completely quiet. I sat there and just was smiling to them. And they entered the room, and after like 20 or 40 seconds, they saw the pictures and the profiles, and they began to laugh. Oh, my own profile. What a laugh to see my privacy fear here. And I did nothing, I just smiled at them. And after a while, they saw the picture. They saw the pictures drinking and in bikinis, and the 13-year-old girl saw the pictures of posing, and so on and so on. And I still kept quiet. And after like 4 or 5 minutes, and you need to hold that time to get the students their self-quiet, they began to look at me, and I simply asked, what do you think the teachers reacted as I did that vernissage at the teachers' lounge earlier? And their faces went like, what? I was like, yes, all the teachers saw you drinking, Sonja, yeah. Or Tobias, as you were smoking where it wasn't allowed, yes, we were all seeing it. And after that, after you concerned them, after they realized you're old, but somehow you knew something, or you know something they didn't before, and you can fiddle with it, after that, you can talk to them. Okay, yeah, next one. And then you can communicate the need of privacy. Okay, next one. You can ask them after that, after you concern them, after they realize that what they formerly feel like a private sphere, a social network, isn't, because it is public and I can download it with a fake account. You can ask them, do we need the privacy, that ancient bastard at all? And yes, there is some part in our lives where we actually want a private sphere, where we don't want to be it in public, where we don't want to see it printed out in the teacher's lounge. Okay. Yeah. The next thing you have to make clear to the students is that they grasp the internet as a vast marketplace. And from here, I'll just click it on my own, I think. Hello. Because young students see the internet, and especially social networks, at the private sphere, because they intend to upload information, data, and photos to share it with their friends and not with the public. They don't get this point clear. So you have the first step, you have to concern them. You have to print out the formerly filled private social network profiles and made it into a public classroom. And then you can show them a picture like this, that they always will remember the thing that the internet is a huge marketplace. Because if you upload a picture of you drinking or drunken in a social network, it can be downloaded by those of who you want to request a job from, or by your teachers, or by your enemies, or by your whatever. And you wouldn't tell anyone to get drunk at high noon and to wander around a huge marketplace yelling out all the names of the girls and boys you slept before with, because you just won't do it on a marketplace. And so, if you don't do it at a marketplace, don't do it in the internet, because everything what you can upload can immediately and instantly be downloaded by enemies, by former students, by former students, or even enemies, like the teachers, and of course, by your parents. Your parents can download this stuff. You have to make that clear to the students. Not everything, not every secret what you have in mind, not every of your picture that you have on your computer is worth to be uploaded in a completely public space. And I'm sorry, I forgot to say something first. The way Kai and I are talking to you today is how we talk to the students. So I know for you it's not a totally new fact that the internet is a public space, but for some students it is. And to give you just an idea of how you can talk to students, we like to talk to you as students so that you can see it live. And then you have to address especially the girls, because girls, like in the age of 8 to 13, upload pictures where they look completely older than they are. And they are experience their own female whatever, and try to pose with this, try to make pictures. Okay, this is okay, and it's fine, and it's normal for good health, and I'm missing an English word. For good adolescence. Is it the right English word? Adolescence, okay. It's completely normal to do those things, but you please don't upload these pictures, because they can upload by anyone. Choose wisely, completely wisely, what you want to upload in a public sphere, and that's another thing you have to make clear to students. Once you've uploaded it, it is gone. It is in the sphere. It is on the marketplace, on the huge marketplace, where it can never be taken back. Think of you. Think if there's a picture of you, you actually might. It's slipped in the internet, and you didn't understand the impact of that. Look at those pictures that created that created impact on people that maybe don't like to see those things. But the McCain Zilla is great. I really love it. Oh, this is another one. This is nice. This is ASCII Art Hitler. It's reading. You've been just Hitlered. Your doom is sealed. But there is rescue when you send this Adolf to all your friends. P.S. Otherwise, he's coming for you on his own. There happen to be schools in Germany that have exchanges with Israel. And it's not quite the best thing you can do to upload this ASCII art on your profile or on your colleagues' profiles when you want to attend this exchange. Grasp the internet as the West marketplace. Everything what is said, upload, it's not just said and upload, but it's given to a public sphere. This is what students need to realize. And this is a question that students raised and give to me. And I actually had one student, and she asked, but is it all evil? Would you suggest not to use the internet? And I said, no. The internet is fine. It's a place where we can meet our peers, and where we can connect to each other, and where we can communicate. But we just have to get clear that it's like a Huber's marketplace. Like I said before, you wouldn't actually wandering around, drunken, on high noon, yelling out all the names of the people you slept before with in your life. So don't do it in the internet, but you wouldn't suggest someone not to go to a marketplace at all, or not to connect to peers at all, or not to communicate at all. So far.